The orientation. What? Why is that? How can I do this? Unlock orient. Why can I not do that? What the freak? Alright, come on. Let me see if I can set this up. Going live, gonna work in my shop. Hold on, just trying to get the camera situated. Alright, that looks good. Let's see if I can get it better. Alright, not there. Sorry guys, gonna get started soon. I'm gonna work in my shop, work on some birthday candles today. This time it's gonna be the process of hold on. Of me actually making the wax molds. Let's see something. Get a good shot. Oh, that's perfect. Thank. Alright, that looks good. Oh, perfect, yeah. Alright, yeah, everyone. I'm gonna set up my table here. I'm not sure if perfect. You guys can see. want to, I don't know if I can see comments. Let me just go to my actual YouTube. Let's see if I can watch myself. Perfect. Where is it? Hey, how are you guys? I see the comments now. How are you? I'm gonna set up my table. I'm gonna go over my candle molds for birthday candles, so you guys can see how I set them up. For them. Should really be using gloves. Gets a bit messy. If you guys have any questions, just feel free to put them in the chat. Thank you guys. Sorry. Actually, where does this say who's in? Let me see how many we had. Okay. So, alright, so that is good, perfect. I like the way this looks online. This is good. I'm gonna get some gloves. I don't know where I put the rest of my gloves at. Perfect. Ooh, they're showing the light on Okay, perfect. Alright, got my gloves. So what I'm gonna do right now, since I haven't been in my shop for a long time, I'm actually going to organize my candle molds and also set them up so they can be, well, not clean. I don't really have to clean them. I just have to, organize them so where all the numbers are together and so it's not out of order, so it won't throw me off. And also, I'm going to take out the old wax mold because, yeah, I haven't been, doing it for a while. So what I need to do now is just, perfect. What I need to do now is just organize it so that I can have them ready for when I need to print on them. So I already got all my wicks, and if you guys are wondering, I got my wicks from China, so I could get a bundle of them. So I think these hold like 50 and no, it looks less than that. The good thing is with the wicks, you don't need the whole wick. So even though it seems like a little bit, it's not really a little bit. There's a lot. So I'll be cutting all of them into smaller pieces, so I could just lay them in here in my number molds. Let's see, where is scissors? I always forget something. And I also want my spatula, which is here. Which is there, and now I just need scissors. 1 second. Or do I have them here? I may have my scissors here. I know I'm all over the place, a little messy right now. That is the cost of being an entrepreneur. Sometimes it gets messy. sometimes it's all good. Yeah. Where did I leave my scissors? All right. 1 second, guys. Let me just. Sorry, I'm back. Got my scissors. Alright. So we are setting up. So this is, I want to say time-consuming process, but it is the lengthiest process of the whole, my whole setup. So you just want to cut them small. The reason you want to cut them small is so they don't pass beyond this point, because then when you put both halves together, it's pretty much going to clamp it, and then it won't be able to pour properly, or the wax will just seep out. So you're gonna see me cut like little, small cuts. All right, let me cut. And I cut 5. The reason being is because all my molds have 5 candle molds. You don't really, if you were to design your own candle mold, you don't really need 5. Of course, the more numbers you have, the more it costs. So I saw as many as 4 before. That's the lowest I saw. But with me, when you're in business, it's like, just get an extra number. It's only gonna help you in the long run. Because then that's, 5 candles you can make, or print, for that matter. Oh, okay, let's put this in here. Put this in here. And once again, if you guys have any questions, just put them in the chat, and I'm more than happy to answer them. Yeah, and I got gloves on. It gets pretty messy, so. But it also depends who you are too. I'm kind of messy when it comes to business. I focus more on the actual work than the actual, the cleanliness of me doing things. And then, you want to clean your molds up a little bit. It don't have to be perfect, because when you group them together, as you can see right here, when you group them together, you don't want to have a crack in between them. So when you pour, most of your wax is going to go seeping through that middle crack, and it'll be just a waste of wax. So you don't want that. So when I mean clean them up, even this little thing here will create a gap between your molds. So you don't want that, because then when you're pouring, trying to get a constant pour, this opening here is going to allow it to spill through versus fill the other molds. And just so you guys know, this is my first live, so if you think that I'm nervous or something, or not up hard, just know this is my first one. It'll get better. I'm just trying to get things situated, see how everything works, how everything plays out, see what questions people have, how to interact. Let's try. The process for this itself, it depends on the molds, so how many molds you have. So with that being said, so I have, let me see how many I have. I think I have 50 molds, and they're all different amounts. So I have different numbers. I have some numbers that have more than the others. So I think with 0, I only have 1 set of zeros. But then when it comes to number 2s, being that's a popular number, I probably have 20 molds by itself for the number 2. So that allows me to make maybe 100 candles because they have 5 each. Yeah. So that alone right there is a big plus. But overall, for me, I'm slowing the process down. But overall, this takes me about an hour and a half to fill each mold with a wick. So I never really do them on the same day as far as with printing and cleaning the printers, and I break up everything. This is why I have more molds, so I can have like a pour day. So I pour everything on one day. The next day I print everything that I need for my orders. So if I have any orders that's pending, I just make all the candle molds. Actually, I make all the candle molds and I do this here. So I make them all, and then I take them out, dump them in these bins, and then I have all my numbers organized, and then I just head over to my printers here, and then I go from there. Well, depending on what orders I need to be that needs to be made. All right. Now I just have to scrape this out. Like I said, what you want to do, you want to clean these because you want to make, and you don't have to go crazy because they're still closed, but you don't want to run the risk of you pouring your wax and it just going through the middle or seeping through the sides or something. So most of the time I just use my scraper to give it a quick pass. Or another tip I like to use, when everything is sealed, I use a heat gun. So if you use a heat gun from the top, it'll just melt anything in between and just seal these even closer. Alright, so let me get to this real quick because I want to be able to show you guys a lot more than just doing this. Alright, let's do this. Let's speed through it so you guys can get an accurate time stamp. Well, not stamp, but accurate time count so you guys can see how long it takes. It doesn't take long at all, especially just to close up, a few of them. I'm gonna try to, let's see how many people we have. I'm gonna try to do it as quick as possible, at least 5 so you can see and gauge the amount of time it takes. Alright. Perfect. And then these gloves. I should have got better gloves. Let's see. Sorry guys, I'm just watching both. I'm watching the computer and watching the phone. I'm trying to make sure that I'm understanding everything correctly and seeing how everything works when I'm going live. I'm trying to see which one is better for me, if I'm doing like, recorded videos, or if I'm going live, or if I'm just doing shorts. So far I love shorts because, like everybody's been saying, you get to reach a larger audience in a short amount of time. It brings a lot of subscribers, which is cool. I love that. Yeah, but as far as long form content, that's where the value comes into play. So now I'm trying to see what live offers, where it's like, maybe get the best of both worlds. Maybe you get the subscribers and also you get the long form content, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this actually saves after, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure, but let me see. And actually, I'll show you how it looks when it's done right now. There's nothing too, no biggie or anything like that. It's just the wick in there. I want you to see, so we never go too far. So, like this one, you could get away with it actually, because so there's no space there that's gonna block you or prevent you from going to, when you're doing your wicks portion, when you actually put both halves together. So it's all good. There's nothing that's gonna block you, so you're all good. So this one is, I wouldn't say a bad example, but there's nothing that's going to prevent you or cause any disruption with your wicks. This is pretty much empty space in between. But, oh yeah, see, this is perfect. So this is a perfect seal. There is going to be, and you definitely can't see this, but there is going to be like a small gap here. Don't worry too much about that. The wick won't go through. I mean, not the wick, the wax won't go through, it won't pull through because I'm going to clamp it. So when you clamp it, of course you apply more pressure. So it closes it up. You see, now it's not there. So it closes it up, and then also I'm going to put 4 of them together. So this is why I said from the beginning, this is my I'm organizing them so they can be together. This is 0, this is 1. I like to put 4 of them together at once. And this is what I was talking about. So always clean it. I like to do it in the beginning before I even open it up so I can just knock it out. Because it's not much harder, but when you split it, then you got 2 halves to do, and it's like, just knock it out the way it's going to come off. And now you get a nice smooth mold again. Nice smooth mold. All right. Also, I forgot I have to watch the time so I can actually, I don't want to go overboard. I want to keep it like around an hour, especially for like the first one. I just want to get a feel for it so I can know what I'm doing next time. I just decided to come on because I have to do this anyway. So why not do it on camera, showing you guys the whole process. Show you guys the whole process. And if anybody's like wondering why did I get into birthday candles making, it's because when I did regular scented candles, I don't want to say it didn't work out for me. It was just I never gravitated towards that. In the beginning I did, but then I immediately saw that it was like, you know, like, oh, I don't want to say oversaturated because I hate using that. There's always a way, but to me it was like oversaturated. So when I got into candle making, I actually created. Let me see if I can grab one here. I started creating like 3D candles here. So this is like one of my friends, who like more like my brother who passed. I'm not sure if you're able to see it. Let's see. Yeah, the sunlight is kind of blocking it, but pretty much these are the type of candles I used to make. Also, I have another one too that I'll show later. But after that, and also when I tried to sell them, they were like too bulky and, you know, boxy, so it would be hard to ship. So I thought of something smaller, which ultimately turned out to be birthday candles, because obviously I still had a ton of wax I wanted to use. And I took a shot ordering these candle molds from China. So once they came in from China, I started making them, of course, but then I started putting glitter on them and started to design them, and then people started to fall in love with them. And then I think, if I remember correctly, I was still in the learning phase, but you know, Instagram, they're cutthroat. So when I was making them, I was posting them on Instagram to promote them. And then somebody said, it was a kid, I don't know if it was a kid, but pretty much he said my candles looked like it was made by a kid. So I was like, oh, okay. I won't say I took it to heart, but it actually motivated me. So I wanted to have professionally made candles. So, candles here. So if you're new to my channel and you never saw any of my candles, it will be hard to see. So this is what my professional made candles start to look. Well, this is how my candles look. Also, yeah. So if you can see that, I'm not sure if you can see it clear, but yeah. So these are the type of candles that I make, which eventually I'll be showing you guys how to make it yourself. But I do feel like it's a great investment, and it's actually come to find out, I think it's the best investment that I ever had. And I like to dabble in a lot of businesses, but this is the best investment that I ever had, honestly. Where it's like there's a birthday every day. That is not hard to impress somebody with this candle. So it's like it's super easy. And then on top of that, it's custom. So if it's custom, then you can never go wrong. And then on top of that, it's made to order. So I don't make a candle for anyone until they confirm what they want. So if they confirm what they want, then I'm not losing anything because they already want it. So like, that's the best part of my whole business, where it's like, I'm making what you want. So it's like, you can't go wrong. Like I said, I know it's taking long, and I actually have quite a few to do, but it doesn't take that long. I think the most I ever took to do these things is maybe an hour and a half. And also keep in mind that I'm talking to you guys, so if you think, hey, this takes forever or this takes long, which it doesn't really take long. It's just I'm talking and it's, getting distracted every second. But other than that, I'm good. And also, this is actually my first time back in my office. But now, getting things situated and trying to get things up and running and then get things done. I had to take some time off because I had to get things done. Well, wanted to focus on digital because I felt like I was losing in the digital world. Let me get these two clamps and then I'll show you. I feel like I was losing in the digital world, so I wanted to make some ebooks and also start sharing the knowledge. Because another thing I actually found out is I'm never going to be able to, and this is what I said, it's kind of with the business, I'm never going to be able to fulfill every order. Just because it's when you have a business that's in demand and then you have a custom business, that means every order has to go onto the printer. So weeks where I have where I'm overwhelmed, it's like, hold on, you're not gonna be able to complete this. I had to deny so many orders, it's crazy. Where it's like, but it's just due to the workload. And this actually, before I put this back, so for you guys who's watching, you want to clamp it. My wicks are already in here on the bottom, so everything is good. Nothing's gonna pass through. And like I said, as I was going along with the process, showing you the process, I scraped all the sides of the candle molds. So there's not much, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to make sure there are no big lumps. So when you're pouring, nothing passes through. So right now, even if it passed through a little bit, it's not gonna seep all the way down because wax pretty much hardening on cold contact pretty fast. So once I'm pouring, actually let me fix this a little bit. All right, that's good. So as I'm pouring, actually, do I have my pot so I can show you guys. This is how my pot looks. So this is how my pot looked here. So this is a small pot. So I told you guys in the ebook, it's better to get a small kettle pot to pour your wax versus a big one, because actually I can show you that too. Because you're not gonna have any control when you try to pour with this. So when you pour with this, you're gonna pretty much make a mess, and you'll just be pouring, aimlessly, where it's like you don't have no direct contact, you don't have any, well not contact, you don't have any direct angle to pour or anything like that. So I prefer this. This actually helps me save the wax, controls my pour, and then on top of that, it's like like I said, you're not wasting anything. So you pour it in. Actually, my pot is right there. I have to do something else on the bottom. I think something happened to the bottom, so I have to fix it. But that's easy. This is my wax pot, and then I just pour right into it. And I'm able to aim with this portion here, and then it'll just shoot right in. And then it's not that much wax that's being, left outside of my molds. But perfect. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm more than happy to answer anything. And then these clamps are made by Husky. They're super strong. I believe it's like it's able to grabs like 3.5 inches, which is needed because I like to put 4 at a time. So once I put 4 at a time, then I just close it out, and then I just place it on the my shelf here, or set up for the most part. Just move on to the next. So once everything's actually laid out, then I just go across and pour everything. So that was all number ones. So right there alone, that's 4 sets of number one. So that's 20 candle molds. So like I said, eventually when you get to a certain level, of course you have to start like with 1. But when you get to a certain level, you want to, more numbers are better when you have like popular numbers. So I feel like the younger, you want like 1, 2, 3, because those are the main numbers. So people celebrate more birthdays for like 1-year-old, for a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, and then as time goes on, there's some 4s, but there's not going to be as much as a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old, just because I don't know. I feel like at that age people skip birthdays or whatever the case is. I have no idea. I just feel like I don't get that many requests for birthday number size 4, 5, 6 I do, but 4 and 5 not as much. But of course it's still enough to make a profit off of it. So. I'm just gonna try to knock out as many as I can. If you guys have a question, just ask. Alright, let me close this up. See, that was, I'm not sure if you paid attention to that, but that was more of an accurate time frame on how long it takes. That was literally, I think, a minute. So, not a minute, well, probably like 2 minutes. So you're gonna pop this open. You can take your spatula. It's sealed. You want to make sure this is, you take the wax off. You scrape it off. Scrape it off. Scrape this off, like I said. Nice and clean, perfect. Scrape this off. And then all your candle molds are gonna have, this is my older model, but every single candle mold is gonna have like a nice little opening there. Use your spatula to pop it open. Just like that. Pops it open. Take your wax, and it pops out pretty easy. It's just like I didn't open these in a while, so it's a little tough. But other than that, they're good. And also, just make sure you're like quality controlling your candles, because I can show you. Let me see. I'm not sure how good you're able to see certain ones, but Some of them may have little dents in them or breaks in them. So if you can see, let me turn it. Oh, there we go. You see that big dent in the back of it? Yeah. So instead of just putting it with the pile that you're actually going to use, just toss it aside. Or when your candle pot is up and running, just throw them in there. And then keep the ones you're gonna use, so that way you can have them ready. Normally I have like multiple bins out, but like I said, I'm just getting started again, where I'm actually just trying to go through the motions to see what's best for my setup now. Once I confirm what's best for my setup, then I should be, all good. Alright. That will look good. Actually, let me see if I can go closer so you guys can see a little more. Oh yeah, perfect, even better. Alright, I like that. So, and then eventually, I guess I'll try to get other angles. I'm not sure if it can have other angles or maybe a higher angle so you guys can see from over top, so you guys can get a real idea of how everything works. So for now, I'll just turn it and you guys can see. Alright, so that's ready to go. And I still may pass a heat gun on some of these, because even though I scraped it, there's just like little wax that's stuck in like little areas. So most likely I'll just pass a heat gun, get rid of all of that excess wax. This is the number 2. I don't want a number 2 in here just yet. I like to do all of them in order so I can know which ones are going where. So like, here's my ones. I don't have too many zeros, but I know exactly where it's at. It's right here. And then I like to keep all the ones together so that way when I'm actually going through it to dump them, then I could just dump them all at once and put them in one bin and not have them mixed up. Like I said, make sure you scrape that. This is number 1 right here, because you won't be able to open it. So if you don't scrape this off, you won't be able to access your candles. And also, you want your candles to have a smooth finish up top. So you want the candles to have a smooth top and not lumpy. So like if I was to leave this, which I can't, but you don't want it to be bulky. So you want to have it like that, like professional candles, like I mentioned. How long has this been going? Let's see what we got. Okay, 38 minutes, we're good. Just want to make sure. So I'll probably do 1 set right now of all the ones, so you guys can get an understanding, and then probably take a break and come back and do some more candles. I really wanted to pour tonight, but today I just found out the bottom actually broke and got damaged. But I'll fix it shortly. I just have to replace the base, but that's not hard at all. And that's and if you haven't seen my earlier video, it's just the same pot that I had before. Some of you guys may have it now, as I filmed that video a long time ago, so you see how it looked. It's just a big, bulky electric pot. Nothing too crazy. I added this attachment here. I forgot the drill bit size, but I'll link it, or I just go to my old video to find out the drill bit size that you need to drill through in order to have this. This is the part that needs to come off. But I'm thinking if I prefer, I wonder if it's better just to put it on the stove at this point. Because from time to time, sometimes this gets damaged just because it's electric. So you have to think about that. Not that it's gonna be any, it's not gonna be costly because it's a very cheap pot overall. That's the reason why we're using it. So we don't have to worry too much about, you know, the extra cost of something. Alright. This would have never titled this. I'm still learning, guys. Eventually this is going to well, once we get started and everything, you know, get up and running, I'll show you guys how the business is ran and how you can run your own business. It's pretty straightforward and simple. It's pretty much, and I'm going to sum it up real quick for you guys. This is a few of you guys. You want to get your wax molds, your candle wax number molds, like this. And then you want to work on getting your wax pot. Well, it's not I want to say a requirement, but it's not urgent to get this here because you still can use the stove. But like I said, if you use the stove, then you'll be using a pot like this. This is not the best pot to pour your wax out of. Granted, I used to use this until I found out I was wasting more wax than I actually should have been. So I wanted to use this. In order to use this type of pot, I needed this type of setup. So I can pour right into it, fill it up, and then I just go, if you guys can see from there, then you just go pour at a certain height, pour through and stuff like that. It's like I said, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. After you do all of that, you get these. You get these here. And I'm not sure if you're able to see my printer here. Are you? Let's see. No, it's the angle doesn't have it in camera, but then you go to the printer. You take these just like this. You set them up on the printer. Actually, even better for you guys. I have a demonstration. Hold on. So, if you guys can see this, let's see. So this is my printer layout. This is my quick print. This is why you need the template. So this is what I do. So make it easier for myself when I'm making multiple different designs. If you look here, and I created this myself, if you look here, there's a 4, there's a 1, the purple is the 2, the yellow is the 3. If you guys can see that. And this is for my printer. I put P6 to make it easier. So to make it super easy, I do like this. And then now I know where to print my candle. So there's no guessing or anything. And then any design that I have just falls right onto this. So hopefully you guys caught that. If not, I'll tell you guys again. This is exactly how my printer is set up. I don't have my printer is over here, but I keep these trays on there, on these little acrylic trays, and just put the candle right into place. So as you can see, it falls right into place there. Like it's already designed to know where it's at. I have to do all of them and tell you where they all are located. Perfect. 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 Like that. Just like that. So you guys see? Just like that. Nothing changes. So this is how the printer this is how the printer setup is. And then you just hit print on the machine. Well, first you turn the machine on, you set it up to the height. It's an automatic adjust height. And then it comes to this level here. Like it's not gonna print, the print head is not going to touch this, so it's gonna stop it right here. You press print, and then pretty much it prints the design right onto the candle itself. It knows the placement, it knows everywhere, and then after that you have to do one more step, which is coating. I'll show you. I can't show you on camera now, only because it's at a different angle of my camera. But then you go to coating, and then after you coat it, you just end up with your cool candles. You end up with your cool candles. See that? See the quality? Better than store-bought, of course. You see that? You see the edges. The edges are professional. Okay. And it's pretty simple. I mean, in the beginning, it's complicated only because it's due to whoever is doing it. But after a while, I got the hang of it, and then I was able to design candles like you know, instantly, where with no issues, no complications, no nothing. I even did this candle right here as well. Let me show you. So I have this size candle too as well. This is like 4 or 5 inches. This I actually blister packaged this myself, and then also I put the glitter on it myself. This is actually how I started. So I use this method here to actually get the what is that? To actually get the money to buy my first printer. So I just brought the candle wax and just put glitter on them, sewed them, and then saved up enough to get my first printer so I could actually test how everything works. All right. So let me finish this out here. It looks like we are wrapping up soon. It's 46 minutes in. And I want to keep you guys all night. And also, the sun's going down soon. I'm banking on the sunlight from outside. But we'll be wrapping up soon, guys. Thank you all for who stayed the whole time watching. And also, thank you for everybody who joined my first live. I will be having more. I think next time I'll schedule the next one to see. But right now I'm just gonna start popping up only so everybody can get the get the message that I'm actually going live sometimes, and it won't always just be a video that's that's been long form content, something like that. I am gonna do lives, and I'm gonna do shorts. I'm gonna do, a few things. What? Let me see if there's any questions. Do I have to scroll down? I wonder if I have to scroll down. And if you think this is a cool idea or a cool business for anyone or just yourself, please share my channel and then also subscribe, because I'm gonna be giving more gems. I feel like this is the not only it's a future business for people, but it may be the business where it's like, at one point in time, I felt like, hey, I only want to do my own thing. I created it, but now it's like, I feel like anybody could benefit from this, because everybody has a birthday. There's more than enough people. There's professionally made candles, so it's not like, hey, I'm taking all the clients. That's like me taking all the people in the world. Like, I can't do that. So why not start to share my knowledge, and in the process help teach others and things like that, where it's like, hey, this is how to do this. And also it's therapeutic, I'm not gonna lie to you. So it's like, for the most part, well, in the beginning it didn't even start as a business. It started as to, ease my mind on certain things. So I brought my first set, and then I was like, okay, perfect. I love this. I get to sit down. I get to think. I get to, design like little birthday candles. It makes other people happy. I have so many reviews. It's insane. So it's actually insane. So I think this is the last of the ones. Like I said, if you guys remember from before, I'm just going to clamp the sides. Hold on 1 second. Let me get 2 more clamps. Going to clamp the sides. Alright. This way, this is up. Okay, perfect. This is all the ones. Alright. Perfect. So it looks like we are all set. So that alone is already 8 candle molds. And I still have quite a few to go. I'm gonna bust out as many as I can and catch you guys later. We're already almost an hour in, so I don't wanna stay too long. I'll probably jump back on later to do the rest of them, depending on how the lighting in here look. Actually, let me go closer, see if I can get a better angle, set it up a certain way where you guys catch everything, including the table and including, I don't think you guys can see over there. Let me move this out the way. Yeah, it's weird that they made me actually have this landscape versus, well, portrait mode rather than landscape. But it's alright. I'll figure everything out and then go from there. Until then, see you guys later. Thank you for joining. All right. Now you exit.